everyone. So my name's Emman, and a little bit different from our previous speakers, I'm really just at the start of my journey in the tech industry. So I work for a company called Skymans in Edinburgh. We're a game studio. We're located within CodeBase in Edinburgh. And I work as an operations engineer for Skymans. I'm going to tell you a little bit about a typical day in the life of a game studio. But first of all, I want to tell you a little bit about how I got here. And when I title it my epic journey into games development, I don't mean awesome or amazing. What I really mean is long. It took me a while to find what I wanted to do and how I got there. And I had to fail a few times along the way as well and change my path. And it's important for you guys to know at this stage that it's okay to try different things. So when I finished high school, I really had no idea what to do next. There's the typical choices: university, work, or travel. And I decided to go for travel because I really had no idea what to go and study. Does anyone know what game this is from? Anyone? Shout out. Nice. And you know what level it is? That's a bit more difficult. That's advanced knowledge. So it's Brazil. And that's where I ended up. I went and worked for a gap year charity called Project Trust. Skipping ahead a little bit too quickly there. And after I came back from Brazil, I gained all this awesome experience, the ability to communicate with so many different people and a worldview that was so much wider than what I'd had growing up in Edinburgh. But I still had not a clue what I wanted to do. And so just as Jane fell into teaching, I fell into bar work. And that was really fun. It's a great job for your 20s. You're basically, if you find the right team, are paid to go out and have fun just on the other side of the bar. But getting older and moving on, I kind of realised, okay, this lifestyle isn't great. I was planning to eventually go to university, and now in management and hospitality, I'm working 80, 90 hours a week in something that I don't really love. I like it, it's okay. I enjoy my time with my team, but I don't really have a passion for drinks. And so it was time to hit reset on everything. And that happened when I was 27. And I really, even when I decided to hit reset, still didn't know what I'd really enjoy doing. But looking through prospectuses for university, I saw a games development course at Napier in Edinburgh. And at that point, that was probably how accurate my understanding of coding was. Some kind of problem solving, numbers and letters on a screen. But I decided to go for it. I thought, okay, I probably I definitely do enjoy problem solving. I know that I'm interested in video games and always loved games, and that seems like something I could really enjoy doing. And when I applied for courses, I actually didn't get into the games development course. So I did what any normal person would do, and I went along to the university opening day, found the program leader for games development, and asked him what was wrong with him and why he hadn't chosen me to get in. And his response was, maybe you're right, let's give you a chance. And so not through the standard UCAS process, but by having a little bit of hustle and a little bit of confidence to go and ask, hey, why didn't I get in here? I ended up getting to study the thing that I love. And the first couple of years at uni, this is how it felt like all the time. And to be honest, even doing coding as a professional, this is what it feels like all the time still. There's so many moments where you don't really know what you're doing, and you can never completely learn a coding language and know it inside out. No one does. But a couple of years of work, and at the end of second year, I coded my first game, Captain Caper. And if you could see the amount of hours and blood and sweat and tears it took just to get this little guy not to fall through the floor You wouldn't believe it. I literally screamed when I got out working at home. My flatmate came running through thinking we were being burgled or mugged, and that was it. No, just stop this character from falling down. But it was such a thrill and an enjoyment. But then things took a little bit of a turn, and I didn't realise how dark that slide was until I seen it just now. So I took a year out of uni because one of my family members didn't die but got really sick, and I had to help them out. When I came back to uni, I was in a different group, so didn't know the people I was studying with and felt a little bit disconnected from university life. And so I was really thinking about dropping out. I was at the stage where I felt, these aren't my people, this isn't maybe what I want to do, and maybe I've made a mistake and gone in the wrong direction. And into my uni email inbox came a chance at going for an internship at CodeBase in Edinburgh. And I thought, okay, while I'm trying to figure out whether this is still what I want to do, this seems like a good job. And there I got to meet the most awesome people doing exciting things all the time. Part of my job was doing the mail, not the most glamorous thing in the world. But there I met Michael, who owns Skymans, and again, with a little bit of confidence and hustle, I told him, hey, I'm doing an internship in the building. You own a game studio, we should talk. What do I need to do to be good enough for you to want to hire me in a few months? And really the thing that tipped it and got the job for me is it's not about the code. You can find so many good programmers in the world. That's not the be-all and end-all, but it's the ability to have confidence and work in a team and who you are as a person, what you do beyond code that really makes a difference. And so this is our studio, and our day usually starts with coffee, which is quite typical for programmers. We have many different departments, so we have an art department that spend their time designing levels and building characters and building the environment around us. We have games designers who decide on the mechanisms of the game. And we have the code team, which I'm part of. And despite what you might think, we're the team that talks to each other the most throughout the day. So while the artists know, okay, I'm going to draw this type of character today, or I'm going to research clouds to draw in the sky, our job as coders is often to solve the problems that unexpectedly come up. And it's so important that we enjoy interacting with each other and we enjoy working with each other. And so this bunch of goofballs that I get to work with now, for them when they were hiring me, yeah, my coding standard was important, and yeah, I did do a technical test, but the first thing they wanted to know is, who are you as a person, what do you enjoy, and how do you interact with us? And this is how we end our typical week. Go out for burgers on a Friday, sit around and play games together and unpack what we've built for the week. It really is such an exciting industry to be part of, but please don't think it's about sitting in a room on your own, head down, coding away. It really is about interacting and enjoying the thing that you love.